Hi guys, I'm gonna show you how I start my base, like in an efficient way. So the first thing you want to know when you start, depending what if you play story mode or solo mode. I play solo mode and I start in Piestovia. I went to the northwest over here. So over here, the reason I went here is because you have people who are sitting there. I'm gonna show you, and these people can be hired after that when you start, building your settlement. As you can see, all of them can be hired, and to know if you can hire them, if you look at the top of my screen, you have like white characters. So this means that you can hire them. Also bear in mind that depending which city you are, these players can be these characters can be anywhere in the city or any part of the environment. So me, I found them over here on the northwest of Piestovia. Once you find them, before you even hire them, I need to show you something. You got to make sure that you have a house for them. The reason I say this is because if you, by hiring them, when you invite them to come to your settlement, they're gonna have debuffs. If they're not happy, they're gonna leave you. If you don't want them to leave you, you want to be more proactive. So the first thing I suggest you to do is to build a small house. So small house is if you press Q, you go to building, and you go to house, and over here you have small house. You should have that by default when you start. You're gonna build that outside of the limit. So you see when I try to build a house, it doesn't work, and the bottom says you cannot place this object here. This area is restricted is because you are inside the vicinity of the main settlement. That's why you need to go like further. So as you can see, if I go further, like over here, it should work. So if it's green, you can build a house. So once you build a house, you want to make sure that you also have a well. I'm gonna show you something here. This is a suggestion. I highly recommend it because they're going to be thirsty, and for them to not be thirsty, you need to give them what we call bucket of water, right? So bucket of water. Now you're going to say, how do I make bucket of waters? First, you need buckets. So to make buckets, you also need a workshop. So if I go over here, I have a workshop. So once you have a workshop built, you can then build over here buckets, but then you need to research the buckets. You need to have technology points, as we call it. So if I get out of here, press K, go to technology, and if you go to well, so this you're gonna get that pretty early on when you start the game. You just have to grind a little bit. Once you unlock this, you're gonna have let me see. Sorry, not the well, the workshop. I mean the workshop, but the well, yes, you need the well as well. But for the workshop, in order to get the bucket, so you come over here. See, you're gonna have to purchase the schematic. So it's gonna cost you, I think it's 50 silver if I remember correctly. I highly recommend that you buy this first because you want to be able to craft those bucket. When you are able to craft those bucket, over here it says you need 2 planks. Now here comes another problem. You're gonna say, how do I get the 2 planks? There you go. So basically you need to actually build a woodshed. As you can see here, I have a woodshed. So you press Q, press building, press extraction, and over here you have woodshed. So you need to unlock that as well. So if you go to technology and you go to, let me see, which one was it? Oh, this one over here. So it's gonna cost you 100 You're gonna have to, get 100 points over here in order to unlock it. Basically, all you have to do is to grind. Basically, before you even get here, like I said, you're gonna have to go through resource storage and then woodshed, right? So if you can get those 3 unlocked, it would be very proactive. It would be very good because, like I said, you need to build those buckets in order to give them water, right? So basically, you would go over here. I'm gonna tell him to get out of here. 1 second up there. There we go. So if you go here, you see you get 2 planks for 1 log. So if you have log, you can turn that into planks. So for 1 log, get 2 planks. So 1 bucket equal 1 log. If you have 5 log, you get 5 bucket. If you have 10 log, you get 10 bucket, right? Or you come back over here. You build those bucket, as you can see over here, because it requires 2 plank. Once you build the buckets, you're gonna bring them to the well over here. There you go. You're gonna click craft, and you're gonna go to water, skin, and water. No, sorry, you're gonna go to bucket of water. You're gonna craft this. Once you craft this, you're gonna have bucket of water over here. It's gonna show up over here, and then you can take them, put them in your inventory, and you're gonna have to bring them to your house storage. So this is my settler's house. So one of them. So you click chest, then over here you see you have a bucket of water, right? So I have water, and also you can put food. So if I want, I can put food over here, but I'm not gonna do it because I have a food storage already. But if you don't have a food storage, you can put food. Just press F. You can put 1 if you want, but I'm just showing you right now. I'm just showing you, but you can put your food over here. You can put your bucket of water over here, right? So to make sure they're not hungry and they're not thirsty, right? And you do this to every single house, depending how many people that you bring into your settlement. Now I'm showing you this right now, but you see the thing is I have a food storage. As you can see, if you go to technology, over here you have resource storage. And resource storage also allows you to, let me see, do I have food storage somewhere? Food storage. So food storage, you should get that very early on as you keep progressing, right? So if you have food storage and resource, where is it? Resource storage is very good. So if you can build that, I'm going to show you why. So over here, this is my food storage, right? I'm going to show you 1 second. So this is my food storage. There you go. So once you build the food storage, you have this chest over here and you have up to 500 kilogram of space. What happens that when I put all my meats, I have a lot of dried meat over here and I have a lot of waters over here. What happened is that instead of putting all these items into every single houses, what you do is that you put all the food over here and all the bucket of water over here so that all your settlers going to come here automatically to drink and to eat. So that's why you don't need to put, I don't have to put the food and the water individually for every single house. That's why the food storage is very good. It's like a one point where everybody comes to eat and drink, you understand? So if you can build that before you invite people to your settlement, it's good. It's suggested. When you start, you don't have to build a food storage, but I highly recommend it. It will like save you a lot of time. And also, this is the resource, the resource storage. So if you come over here, as you can see, you have 1,000 kilogram of space where you can put resources. This is a place where you put anything that is not food technically, except maybe some exception like this, which is a booster. But basically I would put like buckets, like without water, clay, feather, fertilizer, firewood. See, another thing is this, you need firewood. So you need to put firewood in either in their houses, or you need to put firewood over here in the resource storage. Because if you don't, they're going to be unhappy, because when winter comes, they're going to be freezing. So you need to have firewood. Now you're going to say, how do I make firewood? Very easy. You're going to press Q. Over here, you're going to go to handcrafting. And over here it says 4 firewood for 1 log. So basically when you cut one log, you can do 4 firewood. So I'm going to do it right now for you. There we go. There you go. So once you have the firewood in your inventory, you have 2 choices. You can put it over here, which is suggested because, like I said, this is a place where all your settlers will come and gather what they need, right? So basically the firewood will be divided to all your settlers, right? So I suggest you to put it over here if you can build a resource storage. If you can't, then you need to individually go bring the firewoods to every single settler's houses one by one. And like I said, it's not the end of the world. It's just that to me, it's like a pain in the potatoes to do this. Like, then you go here, then go this, and there you go. So here, if you didn't have a food storage, or if you didn't have a resources storage, you would have to put water, firewood, and food in every single individual settler's house. That's the only difference. The fact that you have a food storage or not, or a resources storage or not, you understand? So you have to put it here, and you have to do this. If you don't, your settler is going to be angry, and if they're angry, there's a risk that they leave. You need food as well. For food, optionally, you can have a hunting lodge, and the reason I say a hunting lodge is because over here, if you click the dry rack, you can do dry meat. To get dry meat, you need meat. In order to have meats, you need to hunt. So hunting, you can hunt rabbits, you can hunt deers, you can hunt fox, you can hunt pretty much anything that you can kill in the wilderness, you understand? So once you have the meat, you can come over here and make dry meats. Now there's 2 ways to have food. You can do dry meat, or you can also use over here, I'm gonna show you. In every houses we have over here like a campfire, so you need to have a torch. If you have a torch, you just press and hold E. Boom. Then when you lit up the stone campfire, you press E, and then you can make roasted meat. Now you're gonna ask me, what's the difference? Oh wait, not roasted meat. There's 2. There's one with salted meat and one with regular meat. So this one over here, roasted meat, you can do it without the hunting lodge. Technically, you don't need the hunting lodge technically. So when you have meat, you come over here and you just make your meat, right? Once you have the meat, it's gonna be roasted, and when it's roasted, you put it inside their chest. If you don't have a food storage, now if you have a food storage, I highly recommend to put it in the food storage at the back, not in the house, because it's easier for everybody somebody to pick it up, right? Now you're gonna say, what's the difference between a dry meat and roasted meat? The dry meat, if you look at the bottom over here, it says plus 14 food, 240-second effect duration, 10% less food consumption. You're gonna say, what does that have to do with anything? It means that this food over here, it's gonna give you a buff, which for 240-second gives you 10% less food consumption. Wait, I'm gonna eat the dry meat over here. So look at the bottom, look over here. You see it says 5.3 out of 100. I'm gonna eat the dry meat over here. Boom, boom. Again, 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 and again. So you need a lot of, so yes, if you're starving, you're gonna need a lot of dry meat. This one over here, dry meat, is good because it consumes only one meat, which is the same as the roasted meat. So that's why hunting lodge is a very good thing. So this is an option, by the way. You don't need the hunting lodge to start your base, but I'm saying if you can do it before you invite people here, and you know, it's a very good thing. So this is how I started my base. So now when I invite somebody, they're all happy. As you can see on the top corner left, nobody's unhappy, because if they were unhappy, it would have a marker that says that the settler is unhappy. You got to do something about it, otherwise I'm gonna leave and they're gonna complain, blah blah blah. But nobody's complaining, and I have, like, I believe 4 settler. If I go to K, I go to management over here, I have 4, 2 male, 2 female, and they are okay. They're not very happy, they're not very angry, but they are okay, and they are progressing right now as they are working. So another thing I forgot to mention, when you before you hire them, so you're gonna go to them over here and you're going to click them. It's going to give you many options. You don't want to click this one over here, I'm creating a new settlement and I'm looking for good people to join me. If you do that, they're going to join, which is good, but you want to know what they're good at first. To do that, you're going to press number 2, then you're going to go to number 3. Could you tell me something about your skills? So I want to know what you're good at. Crafting gives me possibilities. I can shift whenever there's a demand for other resources. That's called flexibility. So that means he's good in crafting. He's going to have higher skill in crafting, and I will hire him later, of course, but right now I just want to show you the option. If you talk to her, Esvalda, she has romance, small talk, and you can invite her. You can romance if you want to marry her, but that's up to you. But let's go to number 3. Let's go to number 3 over here. And it says, everyone sees me as quick and gentle, but on the contrary, I am quite handy with the hatchet and the pickaxe. So she's a miner. So I will definitely hire her because I need a miner, and she has potentially a high skill in mining. You understand? So you want to read this and see what they have to offer. And you go to this guy over here. Actually, this girl over here, you can romance if you want to, as I have 40% affection. Every time you romance, you gain affection, and you can marry her when I think you get to a certain threshold. But right now, I want to show you small talk over here. Go to number 3, and then she says, crafting never ends. They need for various resources, growing on and on. That's fine for me, as I like to stay occupied. So crafting, so she likes crafting. There you go. So she likes crafting, and there you go. So you already have your cue to know that she will have high skill in crafting. Now you're going to say, what does that have to do with anything? Well, because when you start the base, you want to have someone who's good in a certain profession so that they are happy, because when they do something they love, they are more happier, and they are more efficient in what they are doing. You understand? That's why it's important to know who you are inviting to your settlement. Also, bear in mind that when you bring them to your settlement, it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything because that's the way it is. It's free. But the other thing that you need to know, that the more people you have, so if you go to management over here, the more people you have, the more buildings you have, the more taxes you're going to have to pay after the end of the year. Every single year you have to pay taxes. Now you're going to say, is it hard to pay those taxes? Well, yes and no, because eventually as you progress, you will kind of like discover ways to make money. And when you discover these ways, and there's a lot of ways to make money, by the way, you will be able to pay those taxes with no problem. And also, if you are good at managing your settlement and how to make certain items, certain foods, certain something, you can resell them for profit. But this is something you learn as you go. Right now, I'm just teaching you how to start your base efficiently. For knowing how to make money, that will be another video. So that's it, guys. So that's pretty much it. And like I said, it depends where you start your base. I started in over here, so this is where I am in the Northwest. But if you start in this base, then you may want to make your settlement next to where people are easy to hire, so you don't have to walk too far. You understand? So also another thing that I need to mention, sometimes when you hire someone, you will need an amount of Dynasty reputation. They're gonna say, oh, I cannot come to your place because you need like a higher amount of reputation. So I'm gonna try it right now. So I'm gonna take her and look what she said, right? 4. First, I'd like to make sure you don't have any serious flaws in your reputation. Nothing personal, but you can never be too careful. Reputation requires 500. So there you go. I cannot invite her to my settlement. Why? Because I don't have enough dynasty reputation. So you're gonna say, how do I get more dynasty reputation? Well, that's the thing. You need to do side quests and quests. So to do side quests or any quest, you need to go inside the village over here in where you are. There's many ways you can speak to different NPC. I'm gonna show you right now. So see, when you speak to an NPC, sometimes they're gonna give you a quest. Sometimes they don't give you a quest. If you press M over here, there are quests. See, when you see this quest target, you want to go there. So there could be a quest target over there. Let me double check who it is and what it is. This guy. So this guy has a quest to give me. Let me see what he has to say. Show me. Oh no, I have to deliver. Okay, so that's a side quest. So I already talked to him before. Now I have to deliver beetroots. This is part of a quest that I'm actually in progress. So basically I have to give him 70 beetroots, which is part of my garden that I just built recently. And when I give him those beetroots, which will be I think next day or something like that, I will gain some 300 dynasty reputation. There you go. So there's your reputation. You also have side quests that you can make from this board, this notice board, and I am actually over here in the south of the village. There's a board, notice board. Over here it says if you deliver a small wicker basket, 3 of them, you get 60 dynasty reputation. Here if you hunt 4 crow, you get, you know, dynasty reputation. Here if you give him 41 feather, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna take this one actually. So you get dynasty reputation by like look, berry 267 berry. I don't think I can get that. Log, straw, stick. I think I can get that. Crow, I'm not sure about the crow. I don't want to hunt them. Small wicker basket, I don't have that. So there you go. So basically I need to do those quests that I just picked, as you can see over here, and I will get dynasty reputation, which will then allow me to hire to invite more settlers to my settlement. So this is pretty much how it is, guys. So if you find this video informative and helpful, let me know in the comment, and please like and sub. Thanks for watching. See you in my next videos.